Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yo, what up, everybody? It is 9 o'clock Wednesday night, and it's your favorite spot to be to talk some BKFC. It's the Mike and Mish show. What up, Mike?
Yes, what is up? We are back. And boy, do we got a show for you.
Dude, we are back, and our first guest of the evening is back, and this is going to be awesome because this is like a Champions edition here. It's back-to-back guys that have more belts than we can even count, dude. It's insane. We're going to welcome back Lorenzo Hunt tonight, and then we're going to follow him up with Dave Mundell. Mike, that's a fucking lineup.
Yeah, it's many sides of a four-way story, I should say. It's a foursome, the fearsome foursome,
It's a
right?
yes. I feel like you and I,
You're
Mundell,
crossing tips, all
Hunt,
these guys.
Perry, Connor. I feel like we're all part of a story. I'm going to give us
Yes.
credit for being part of this story,
A
dude.
little Barry Horowitz.
Yeah,
Give yourself a pat
yeah.
on the back.
Yes, we're going to give ourselves a little Barry Horowitz pat on the back for this fucking shit because, Mundell had a fight lined up. Press conference happens. Things go down. A fight gets announced. A fight goes away. Hunt announces he's coming back. We were talking about it that night in Newark in the hotel lobby. We're talking about it. I feel like we talked it into fruition. A lot of people were talking about it afterwards, of course. But man, we were there on the ground floor, my friend. I feel like we're part of this, man. We're part of it.
I love to see it. I love to see all of the bare knuckle fight dreams coming to fruition.
Oh
It
man,
is nice. Yeah, it's
absolutely.
crazy. We're gonna get to hear from both of these guys, and there's a lot going on in that fearsome foursome, as I called them, the Perry, Dyer, Mundell, Lorenzo Hunt. That's a good group of four guys right there for bare knuckle, and they could all beef with each other
They could all
and
fight each
have
other.
at one time or another. So, like, this is
Great.
where are they going? Who's fighting who? When are they fighting? And it's all happening. They're all fighting each other.
It's great,
E-
man.
And even
Um,
this last week, Lorenzo was on the Bare Knuckle show, made a joke, and then I
about
don't think Perry took it as a joke, and then he kind of came out Lorenzo a little bit, and they were friends, and they probably still are mostly friends, but it's the fight business. So
Perry said,
fight,
you
fight
got a
works.
face like a vagina, and I'm gonna beat it like a wiener." That's what he said.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
he
his
did.
rebuttal. Fucking
Yes, he
dude, it's
did.
so funny. He's hilarious. We are gonna give away some stuff tonight. Do we have the pictures of the stuff we're gonna give away, Mike?
Yeah, we have pictures of stuff,
Hey, show the people
and we also have
courtesy.
pictures of the stuff we're giving away.
Yeah, we have pictures of the stuff. Mike will show them to you right now. We're gonna give away that autographed magazine of the Deadly Art of Survival, featuring the one and only Juggernaut Lorenzo Hunt, 2 division champion, never lost either one of his belts, one of the baddest men on the planet. Autographed,
Signed. Yes, look at that. Look at
autographed
that
by
autograph right
Lorenzo.
there.
So someone will win that tonight, and then we have, I believe, one of the plaques. Right? Is that what we got? Yes, one of those badass plaques that Russ made, signed by Dave Mundell. I don't know how many of those are in existence. Might be one of one, one of two, but I don't think there's many of them. And that is all courtesy of Russ Maxim and BKFC Extreme BKFC fans page. The best the best guy in the world. Like, let's not fuck around.
Yeah,
Russ, one of the best
stop
dudes
fucking
ever.
around.
Yeah, it's Russ. Russ is the man. Russ is the man. We love all Russ's buddies too, but Russ does more than anybody in the fucking world for these guys. We'll do a quick sponsor read in a second, then we'll bring on Lorenzo. But before I do that, I want to give everybody, I want to tell everybody a little something, a little proud dad moment. Okay,
Oh,
Nolan,
yeah.
yeah, Nolan had an AAU tournament last weekend for basketball, and he played out his ass, dude. He put the team on his back multiple games. He changed the momentum of multiple games. He hit a game winner in the first game of the tournament. He came off the bench. They were down 14 points in the championship game. Came off the bench and absolutely went ballistic. Turned the entire feel of the game around. The energy swung. They ended up winning the championship. His team named him the MVP of the tournament, and the tournament notified his coach that Nolan made the all tournament team as well. So that is a proud dad brag real quick because the kid loves basketball. He puts his heart and soul into that, and it's paying off for him, man. So he did great. So shout out
Congrats
to
to Nolan. Yes.
Yeah. Pretty good
One
stuff,
day,
right, Mike?
One day NBA.
One day.
That's
We'll
it.
hope so. Hopefully he gets a little more height on him. I'm telling you, if he gets up to 6'2", 6'3", he might go real far in basketball, dude. He's a beast on the floor. As long as he keeps his head in check. Anybody out there that wants to guard Nolan, all you got to do is get him emotional and take him right out of his game. There you go. You heard it. You heard the secrets. So there it is. Shout out to Nolan's basketball team. Good job, guys. Love you guys. And shout out to our sponsor, Full Blast Clothing, a clothing brand for the fighters and the fans. Hold nothing back and give it all you got in the ring and in life. Full Blast Clothing. Get over to fullblastclothing.com. Check out their line of clothes and go to Instagram and look up Full Blast Clothing on Instagram and give them a follow as well. Thank you to them for keeping the show going. And Mike, we got the Full Blast Mission, Mike and Mish collab coming very soon. We've been saying it for a couple weeks, and they showed us a little prototype of what they're working with here. It's going to be very cool, coming soon. Anyways, what do you say we bring on the OG champ?
Yes, we are the double champ. Ain't no champ unless he says so. We all know who he is. He's been on the show many, many times, but it has been a while. And I like having him back on because I get to reach back into all the videos that we have. And I'm gonna play one right now. It's one of my faves. So here we go. When we come back, we'll be joined by the one and only Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Let's go.
My name is Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, and I am here with Mike and Mish in Albuquerque, New Mexico at Knucklemania 3. I am the best bare knuckle fighter in the world, and if you do not know, you will know tonight.
Let's see if Richmond jumps all over and goes to the end right now.
There he is, the one and only. What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, shit. What a clip, bro. That is crazy. Can you guys hear me pretty good?
Yes, we can hear you. So all of that was the same night. For those people who don't know what you said in the beginning, you said that about 3 hours before you stepped into that ring. And man, that fight. I don't think I've ever felt quite that way in a fight before. Kyle and I, we talk about it all the time because it was like an emotional roller coaster. I can't even imagine what it was like for you in there. No idea.
It was polarizing for you guys because you guys got a lot of love for your military buddy, Mike Richmond. And, of course,
we got love for both of you guys.
And you guys had a lot of love and of me from pretty much my first platform to kind of show my ass a little bit and have some fun. So it's been a wild ride, man. It's only getting better.
You never actually showed your ass on this show. There's only one fighter that's actually shown their ass on this show, and his name is Hellboy out of Thailand. And he was bragging about his Transformer tattoos on his ass cheeks and turned around and dropped his pants on the show. He's the only one. And then Tyler Goodjohn did do an interview naked from a bathtub once. Whoa, look at that guy over there.
knew. I had a feeling you were.
Building, man. It's not life out here in Manabo, Puerto Rico. We kicking ass and taking names. You know,
yeah, we're out here grinding, man. As you know, honestly, right now I'm on a point we're getting close to the fights, and I'm just ready to. Right now, I'm at a point that somebody got to pay. I've been grinding so hard that I'm ready to fight. So,
Let's go, Lorenzo. It has been 18 friggin' months of no Lorenzo Hunt in a BKFC squared circle. Last time we saw you was all the way back in, I believe it was April of 2024 when you fought Mick Terrell and you had a bad injury on your arm. You went through a lot of things between that time and now. Can you just, I'm sure you've answered this question on other shows, and I'm maybe you're tired of it, but like this journey had to be something different for you different from anything you've had to deal with throughout your career to this point. You suffer the hard injury. The news about the athletic commission comes out, and then you have all this time to square away all that bullshit and heal up your arm. Can you talk a little bit about what the last 18 months was like for you leading up to what we did not see coming, a 185-pound world title fight? Because last time we saw you, you were 245 fucking pounds. Talk about it, man.
I think if you guys been paying attention, I told you that outside of an act of God Almighty, when the bell rings, I will be beating that ass until somebody stops me. So if God is all powerful, then he absolutely has the power to change my direct trajectory, as he did when I fought Trujillo, a nasty cut, oversized mouthpiece, and some slippery shoes, and there you go. But of course, I'll go back and I'll say my prayers and I'll reset myself and I'll return stronger, better, faster, bigger than ever. And the same thing is true with Mick Terrell. I had Mick Terrell's number. I trained very, very hard for that fight. I put on some weight for that fight. I trained through an injury for that fight. And for whatever reason, it being our first time in California, there was definitely some confusion with everything that went on with VADA. And thank God that it's squared away now. I am not a drug user, nor was I ever. And I'm just ready to get back in the square circle and prove my dominance once again.
When you were heading back, in the last 18 months, you hooked up with a new management company. We know Vic, so we know Vic's a good dude. I'm sure he's done wonders to help you get back in there. Was a 185-pound title fight something that you were even thinking about on the path back to a fight? Because last time we talked to you, I believe you had said you're done with the 185 division. 205 and the heavyweight is now all you're focusing on. So when you hooked up with All In and Vic helped you out along the journey back, was this something that you were eyeing, or was it just something that fell into your lap?
I am capable of being whatever I need to be. The discipline that I have the discipline that I have amassed throughout my life from trials and tribulation affords me the mental fortitude to be able to become whatever I need to be when I need to be it. That being said, I was excited to eventually one day return to the 185 in case Mike Richmond thought that he would reign there. I definitely wanted to piss in his cereal. So I was definitely hanging around in hopes. Like I said, my dream, the ultimate goal was to become the first ever 3-division champion. So after reigning over the 185 division for nearly 5 years, I've been the champion since 2021, uninterrupted, aside from interim belt garbage. I've never lost to a 185er. Therefore, I would always return in hopes that someone like Mike Richmond or Mike Perry or some big name 185er would come and try to usurp the throne. Then I would come back and smash their brains out just for the hell of it.
Man, Mike, we got to talk to what did you call it? Can you say what you said before? It was something.
The fearsome foursome.
The fearsome foursome.
It sounds very sexual, but it's not sexual at all. I promise you.
Tell Lorenzo what you're talking about there. The fearsome foursome.
It is. It's you, Mike Perry, Josh Dyer, and sorry,
Dave Mundell.
And Dave Mundell. You guys are all our next guest, Dave Mundell. You guys are all crossing paths here, and I feel like at one point or another, you're all going to fight each other, and they're all top of the line championship fights, double champs, King of Violence, 185-pound champ, 175-pound champ, pound for pound. Oh, every single one of you, pound for pound. Well, Josh Dyer should probably be up there very soon. But the other three, all pound for pound. You were pound for pound. Mundell's number 1 pound for pound. It's crazy. It's like the top 4 guys are quarreling right now. It's unbelievable, really.
All intertwined.
Yes.
Speaking of that, I would say it's definitely chess, not checkers. And I want to give a shout out to Dave Mundell for him and his team and Jihad. You know, those guys are super smart and very calculated with their moves, for stepping aside and giving me the opportunity to fight for my 185 belt against Josh Dyer. Either way, I would have come for the belt in the same order that I became the dominant champ. So even if Dave Mundell would have somehow beat Josh Dyer, then we would have wound up with a Dave Mundell, Lorenzo Hunt fight, which I don't think would have been as exciting as Dave Mundell possibly versus Mike Perry. So like I said, this is chess, not checkers, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that can make or break a career. Dave Mundell possibly losing the mic to Josh Dyer would have possibly thrown a loop into him versus Mike Perry. So I just think, like you said, it's all strategy and it's smart. And of course, like I said, Jihad and his team over there, they're always super smart. They're always trying to outthink everybody. And you got to be sharp in this game if you want to get ahead.
Yeah, as soon as that face-off happened, right, Kyle? As soon as that face-off happened in New Jersey, I mean, anybody that's locked into BKFC was probably thinking the same thing. Like, this guy's going to be fighting Dyer in a month. What if, right? I know that Dave Mundell's not going to say what if, because I'm sure he's like everybody else who fights. I'm not going to lose, right? But everybody else is thinking, like, there's a chance. If for chance that happens, you can say goodbye to that Perry fight. That's not going to happen. If that was to happen, they would
better for the entire organization. Like I said, that's why I keep saying my hats off to Jihad and to the team of Dave Mundell for making that strategic move. Because, like I said, it pretty much guarantees him the Mike Perry fight. And then me as the 185 champion, reign supreme for 5 years, I'll probably will be plus pretty soon. Like, come on, who wants to get in front of that train? Josh Dyer is only there because I'm not. I beat Josh Dyer literally within an inch of his life, and due to the mercy of the referee, and like he just made it out of there barely. Like, I'm wondering if his mother and father even gave him permission to fight me again. But I'm glad he took the fight, and I feel sorry for him, honestly.
So, okay, all right, here's a question for you. And we've all seen the evolution of Josh Dyer, right? And the other day on the Bare Knuckle show, Brian Socha said that you are probably the best pure athlete the BKFC has ever seen. I would also say that Josh Dyer is very much that. You saw him hit the backflip after he knocked that dude out, and like, he's a very athletic guy too. And since the first time you guys fought, he got LASIK eye surgery, so he's not going to be fucking around with his eyes the entire time. Not that that made a difference in that fight, because I will agree with you. 4 years ago when you guys fought, you did whatever you wanted in that fight. But it is 4 years later, and Josh has evolved a little bit, and he is now a world champion. You can admit that he is a bit of a different fighter that you're going to see this time around.
Yes, Josh Dyer is a different fighter. After being completely dominated by me, the best form of flattery is imitation. If you pay attention to Dyer's new fighting style, he fights like me. Now, just because you read Bruce Lee's book, don't mean you can whoop Bruce Lee's ass. You feel me? So,
nice.
He's adopted a few new strategies, but he really hasn't had enough ring experience. Look at the record. Josh Dyer fought Joe Riggs. Since I beat him up bad, he fought Joe Riggs. It ended in a disqualification because of a wild headbutt. We all saw what I did to Joe Riggs. He fought Jared Warren, which ended in a disqualification because he's wild and out of control. Come on, man. Are we paying attention to the pattern here? How much better has he gotten? After that, he fought Mike Richmond, who I already knocked into retardation. He fight Mike Richmond and he wins the title. Stop it. Stop trying to make this guy into some kind of superhero. Josh Dyer's strong. True. He's strong. He always was strong. He was a strong kid when I met him before. And he's gotten a little better. But we're just different. Like, he's the kind of strong that he needs to create. I'm the kind of strong that I do whatever the fuck I want. And at the end of the day, Josh Dyer is just another skull I'm gonna crush.
It's hard to argue with anything that you say, Lorenzo. Every time you say something, it kind of comes true. And you're over here punching watermelons and drinking out of coconuts on the show. You're definitely you're the man.
I Josh Dyer it.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
like,
you know what happened to one of your old opponents? What do you think about Hector pillow fighting? What do you think about that?
he's safer over there, but I'd beat his ass in the pillow fight too.
I heard they pay pretty good over at the pillow fight.
Josh Dyer, like I said, he's strong. He's semi-talented, but he's clumsy. And another thing is he's spoiled. He is the perfect fight for me. This is America's what do they used to call it? The leather jacket, the Letterman.
The All-American boy, the All-American boy, right?
Against America's reject, America's throwaway, America's voted least likely to succeed. The massive amount of pushback that I got made me a champion. Josh Dyer went from getting his ass beat by me to 2 disqualifications to a championship fight with a broken fighter. How much resistance was that? How much weight was on that bar? If Josh has gotten better, how much better did I get after fighting the Goliaths of the 205, after fighting the biggest of the heavyweight division? How much stronger and how much better have I got out of defeating #1 contenders repeatedly, defending 2 titles at one time? How much better have I gotten? So if Josh Dyer has gotten here, where am I?
It's hard to argue with any of that. You know, you're like a BKFC fan's dream too, because like people are saying in the comment section, Hunt versus Perdomo. Me and you were down in Newark talking about Yoel Romero. Like they signed Derek Brunson a while back. He hasn't fought anybody. Thiago Santos was signed to the company. Like you are like we can match you up with so many people and just know that it's going to be the fucking best fight of the night. I don't know. It's hard to argue with anything that you're saying. Right, Mike?
Definitely. Yeah. You can't argue with it. There's been too much proof. There's no way to argue against it. I mean, we've seen it with our very own eyes. I know I'm looking for it now. Here it is. Ryan Perez is in the comments earlier, and he said, to me, Hunt's the most polarizing fighter in BKFC, stands out in any room. He has that star power, no question. And there's been a lot of talk lately, more than ever, especially now that Connor's here. And I feel like he is trying to push for this, is to get the quote unquote homegrown bare knuckle fighters to the forefront. To have stars, it's great. To bring in the stars, it does help. I'm not one of those people, and I never will be, that say, oh, the UFC guy, blah, 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 and they get mad about it. No. We need that. It helps, and it has helped so far. However, guys like you did it yourself. You brought yourself in here. They need to start pushing the bare knuckle guys that have been fighting from the beginning and making them the stars. And it's time to happen. And our next guest who's coming on, who we've already talked about, Mundell, he's a guy that can grab that bull by the horns and do that. But we need more of that. But you're the guy, you're the pioneer of that.
I used to think that way until I had some time to sit back and watch the BKFC grow in my absence. And if not for the signing of people like Mike Richmond and people like Luke Rockhold, people like what's the other guy's name that Mike Perry beat up?
Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez.
Jeremy Stevens. These guys have a long history and a long fan base and a long, it's nostalgic to see them come and do their thing and work with bare knuckle for the same amount of money that David Feldman would have to spend to push and promote someone like Dave Mundell. He could buy Yoel Romero. So maturing in the fight game and understanding that these guys come and give us a platform to take their fans from them, or to at least share the fans, right?
Yep.
Right.
And to let it be. Let the boss run the shit and follow the money.
And they're also bringing in bigger media. And down in Newark, I don't know if you got a chance to talk or meet Ariel Helwani. Everyone knows who Ariel is. And I feel like getting a guy like Ariel Helwani to come to the BKFC and do an hour-long documentary movie about it was massive for the sport. And like you just said, he wouldn't have shown up if Mike Perry wasn't fighting Jeremy Stevens. Let's just be honest. It wouldn't happen.
In those situations when they do pull in the big media and the big people, that would be the simplest time to have them do a little story on your champion. That's time, because like you say, Jeremy Stevens, Mike Perry wouldn't be here without me. So we made it great. Mundell, he's made it great. He's been here. He's put in the work. I think Mundell's only loss was to Hector Lombard, which I, tag team, I'll smack that ass for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Like, these guys have to come. They have to take the chance. And then we have to put them in the dirt.
Well, you mentioned tag team, and we're gonna let you go in a minute here, but you got Elvin Brito sitting behind you. And if there was a tag team BKFC fight, you and Elvin, who you calling out? Who's the Legion of Doom? Who's the Road Warriors over here calling out? If you guys were gonna tag team, throw down with two dudes in the BKFC square circle, I think they should add that to an event.
Me and Lorenzo, we gonna kill it.
Well, you the Almighty God has brought us together, and nothing or no one will tear us apart. So if David Feldman ever has the gall to put on a BKFC tag team title, I'm taking it, damn it.
That shit would be hilarious.
I want to see it. I want to see it. We need a tag team. We need like a Survivor Series event.
Listen, every great tag team had the speedy guy in the powerhouse. You know what I mean? The heart fountain. Like, they always had that speedier fighter, and then the pulverizing giant freaking monster guy. You got the groundwork right there for a tag team champ. We could talk to you all night, Lorenzo. I know you're down there chilling in Puerto Rico with Elvin, eating watermelon and drinking coconuts and having a great old time. I know you guys were working your asses off earlier tonight. And we thank you always for all the time you always give in the show. I think this is the 15th time you've been on the show out of 356 episodes. So we're going to wrap up with you because we're going to have Dave come on. But any final words you want to send out to everybody that's been waiting for the Juggernaut to return and is excited to see you fight Josh Dyer in November?
The Juggernaut is back. I'm better than ever. I'm stronger. I'm faster. Taking care of myself. I probably needed some time off. All the true champions in combat sports, martial arts, they needed time off. They came back and they kept doing their thing. So there's no different here. I'd like to give a shout out to Elvin Leon Brito for always opening up his beautiful home in Manabo, Puerto Rico, and allowing me to train here and not only be the champion, but the reigning, defending, unified, undisputed motherfucking champion of the world, bro. And then shout out to, like I said, All In Management and Desmond. They've been putting in a real lot of work, making a true investment into the Juggernaut brand. Shout out to Susan Singari. Shout out to all of my sponsors who rock with me. I'm back, and the BKFC is about to have a regime change.
Man, we haven't seen Susan for a while. I miss Susan.
Yeah, she's coming. I'll bring her back. You know, that's my girl.
Good.
Love
Yeah,
Susan.
I want to see her. I haven't seen her for a.
You know what she calls us, Lorenzo? She every time she sees us, it's the mission men.
The mission men.
It's the mission men.
Ah, the mission men.
That sounds exactly like Susan.
It's the mission man. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I love her.
She is.
Thank you so much for coming on, Lorenzo. Mike, you got anything else for the Juggernaut and Alvin?
Listen, well, obviously the community, I speak for them. We love both of you guys. Lorenzo, we've missed you. It's a perfect time to come back. And God, it's really soon. It's October 22nd, and the 15th is going to be here so fast, man. I can't even believe how fast it's going to be. It's unbelievable, man. I cannot wait to see you guys fight. I wish we could go, but we have drill.
You guys finally get to see the Bash brothers on the same card. So this shit about to be hot.
Yes, sir.
You guys you're gonna corner each other that night?
We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
All right, guys.
None of this shit's rehearsed. This ain't the Jake Paul fights. None of this shit's rehearsed.
Right.
Let it happen.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Lorenzo, we'll see you soon. And of course, we'll see you, Elvin. We always run into you. Guys, take care. Have a great night. Everybody's looking forward to seeing you. Everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Redneck, Dave Mundell. Let's go.
Dave Mundell and Mike Perry. This is your next fight right here for that championship. Mike Perry, the Redneck, Dave Mundell. Who is the baddest?
Let's see when it goes.
I'm ready right now.
Let's go.
I'm ready right now. It's not gonna do nothing to me.
I'll fuck you up right now.
I knocked you out twice already, and I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm gonna do it
Different
again.
sport. That's how we do it, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Newark, New Jersey, show love for the Platinum King.
Show love for the Platinum King, he says. Dave Mundell, welcome back to the program, man. A lot has been going on with the Redneck in the last couple weeks here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you guys having me back on.
Absolutely. So let's just give a little quick timeline rundown for everybody paying attention here. We're down in Newark. Platinum Perry's defending his King of Violence belt. On that card, on that evening, they show the graphic and announce that Dave Mundell was fighting Josh Dyer. But before the night even ends, Dave Mundell is in the middle of the ring having that awesome face-off that we just saw. Everyone's like, holy fuck, this dude's supposed to fight Josh Dyer. What the fuck is going on here? What are we looking at? Flash forward a week or two later, you're not fighting Dyer. Lorenzo Hunt's back in the mix. He's fighting Dyer. So what's going on with the Redneck then? Is it happening? Are we actually going to get what every BKFC fan has been asking for like 2 fucking years now?
It's one of those things I don't know yet. Nothing's locked in yet, but it's the fight everybody wants to see. It's the fight that I deserve. I've done everything I can to jump out in front and put my name out there, proving my worth, and it's just time for some respect. That's the fight that I want, and it's got to happen.
So Mike and I were talking about this, and we mentioned it earlier a little bit, but I didn't go too deep in the detail. But you know how, like, when you watch a superhero movie and you watch like Doctor Strange or one of those, there's a timeline, and then something happens, and you branch off to an alternate timeline. I'm telling you that the pre-fight press conference and your dumb friends Mike and Mish asking a question at that press conference about the winner of the King of Violence fight, getting a world title fight next. I am telling you that question right there, Barry Horowitz, pat on the fucking back. We asked that question. did not know that Conor McGregor and Mike Perry were going to start fucking going at each other because of it. And
But
I truly believe that we spliced the timeline there, and we're now in an alternate world where we're actually going to see Dave Mundell fight Mike Perry. What do you think of
hats
this?
off to you, and I appreciate it. And it's what I need from everybody. All the little media outlets should be saying this. Everyone can see it, and the longer it takes for the fight to happen, the more people are seeing, like, damn, like Perry's really the only person slowing this down from happening. You've heard the main boss say he wants it. You hear me calling for it all the time. The only person who legitimately just says no is Perry himself.
Which is very weird. And Mike, you agree? Like Perry seems very adamant that he has never been offered that fight and he has never turned it down, right? He even actually seems angry that people say that.
Well, good. Let him get angry. I don't really know what's going on. I've been told multiple times he was my next fight. He was my next fight. This is the one was going to make happen. The fight that he just fought with Stevens was supposed to be mine. Everyone's seen his face off, and then they announced it was him. It was like I was heartbroken. I was pissed off about it, So I was actually the one looking out for a fight. We were actually the one who had asked for Dyer. We just couldn't come to terms, and then announcing the fight the night of Mike Perry's, like none of it didn't make sense. It's like they continually try to mute me on that, like, because Mike doesn't want it. He's scared and he knows what I'll do to him.
So up to this point, and no offense to you, and we were just kind of talking to Lorenzo about this. There are many fights that people want to see, right? And why it doesn't get made. And up to this point, it's always
everything
been
else, money, budgets, blah blah blah. It's all bullshit.
Yep.
It's
always
I get
been
it,
that.
but there's nobody who can tell me that the Stevens fight is gonna draw more numbers than me and him. If they would have put me and him in there, I guarantee you it'd have been 10 times better. No matter how you look at it, it's just it didn't make any sense for him to fight somebody else again from a lighter weight class. It's just them cherry picking fights that they think they're better at. Like people, like I said, people are seeing it now. People are seeing how much he actually is running. He's avoiding me. And I don't understand why the promotion doesn't want me to just go ahead and clean him up real quick. Like he's a nuisance. He's a problem. He's a piece of shit. He gets all this attention from BKFC. He wants to sit here and say that he's made BKFC. Bullshit. He was nobody until the BKFC made him, invested in him, just because he was a washed up UFC fighter. This fight is just like, again, it makes the most sense. I don't understand how we can have a king of violence who doesn't even hold the world champion belt. Like, it should only be between the champs that should be able to have or hold that title. Like, how are you going to say you're the best and you're not even the best in a weight class? Makes no sense to me.
That's why I think how Kyle was saying, the pre-fight press conference, the fight happens, people are on their feet. The Queen of Violence fight was phenomenal, right? The King of Violence fight, love him or hate him, Perry, that fight was fun to watch for fans. They loved it. People were on their feet. And at that specific time, when everybody was hyped up, you come into the ring. And everybody sees your face and his face at that moment, because yes, you guys faced off before. And yes, there's been some times where you guys are trash talking, and there's been many times, Knucklemania 4 post-fight press conference where you got kicked out and I was angry about it. And, and like all these different times that you guys ran into each other. But this time was different because Connor said your name earlier, and then he said it then, and he says, come in. And then people who may not know, they put a face to the name. Who is this guy? Who is this champ? Who's the number one pound for pound fighter? Oh, here he comes. So all the people who don't know, now they see your face. So now they can link up the face with the name, and then you guys are squaring off. So people can see that, and they get hyped. And the more that they find out the story that happened between you guys, the more that people are going to want to see this fight. And I really think that now it's starting to build up, and it's pretty much undeniable. For me, it's been undeniable for a while. But
now it's time, it's just got to happen. I know they usually throw the Knucklemania cards in February. They should have everything they need to put this fight together, then he
Are they
agreed
going?
to it in the ring. Connor says he wants to see it. I'm ready to go. I'm training year round, staying ready. I'm just ready.
Yeah, and like Mike said, the fact that Connor was in the ring, and like, let's just be honest, Connor's one of the best promoters in the world, and everything that guy touches turns to gold anyway. So like when he was in the ring after the fight was over, and they were trying to keep you out of the ring, like the security, and he's like, no, let him in, and like he was making sure your ass got in that ring and had that moment
because he wants to see it, because he knows.
Right. He knows as a promoter, he's seeing it in the moment in that time. Like we cannot let this one get away right here.
It's
and then in the post fight, dude, in the post fight press conference, Dave, I don't even know if you watched the post fight press conference, maybe not. Somebody asked him on stage about you fighting Dyer, and Connor's face, he looked truly surprised.
Yeah.
When they asked him, he was like, whoa, wait, what?
It's such a touchy and shitty situation there, because I really feel like it makes me look bad, and I am 100% down to fight Dyer later on when it makes sense. I'm out here for these legacy fights right now. I don't want these filler fights. I've earned my right. I'm ready for it, and I want to take him out, especially since he's still on top. I really thought he was going to lose to Stevens. I keep thinking he's going to lose, and he keeps pulling through. Well, congrats to him. He's tough. But I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to put him to sleep.
He does put on a damn show every time he goes out there. You got to give him that. You got to take your hat. You tip your hat to that, man, for sure. Now, let me ask you this. So Newark happens. All that stuff takes place that we just talked about. What is the vibe with you and Jihad? Are you guys feeling it a little different this time around? Like all the other times that it was talked about and it fell through the cracks and like it didn't happen. You probably,
I feel like
you probably secretly knew that, like, you know what, this shit ain't gonna fucking happen. I want this fight.
I've always kind of felt that way until now. I think
so the vibe is different.
Attention. Yeah, I think we finally grabbed enough attention. We have enough people, saying it. Whether you love me or hate me, and you're a Mike Perry fan or not, like you want to see him shut somebody up or whatever. I'm the only one yapping my mouth, like I want the fight. I've called for it over and over and over again. Like at least like you would want to watch. Like, does he really have it? And I'm ready to go out there and prove to everybody exactly what's going to happen.
There is no other fight that makes
I honestly think it's the biggest fight in BKFC. It will be the biggest fight in BKFC. I mean, you got the homegrown guy, pound for pound, number one, 5-time world champ, versus this guy who claims he's, the best, that he built his promotion. Well, let's find out, because I was there before him. I've been there since, BKFC 6 when they first came to Tampa. I was on that card. I've faced anybody and everybody they throw in front of me. And just like they're saying, my only loss was against Hector Lombard. I broke my hand in the very first exchange, fought him the rest of the time with one hand. I fought him at a time nobody else wanted anything to do with him. They called me on like 2 weeks' notice. I said, yes, let's get this done. Let's do it. Again, things had to make sense. They made it make sense, and it happened. That's all it has to do. It's got to make sense.
Take a look at this. I whipped together this little graphic before this. Like when people take a look at this, like you just said, 2 bloody warriors in the ring, BKFC super fight. And that's what it would be. It would be a super fight between the number one pound for pound,
guaranteed,
on an 8-fight win streak. And like you just said, we all believe that you beat Hector that night anyway. So you should be on a 11-fight win streak, to be honest.
I'm 11-0 in my heart, and I haven't heard anybody, not one person, go, no, I think you actually lost that. Anybody, and I don't even bring it up, and they just come up and tell me when it is. Everyone's seen it. You guys can go back, play the video, watch it yourself. I mean, you can see it.
And then on the other side of the bill, though, you got 6-0 Mike Perry, King of Violence, who beat 3. Actually, I believe MVP held the title.
His most legitimate fight was against Julian Lane. Somebody with experience and in there. But even then, at the time, was like a 50-50 fighter, right? Or whatever they call it. Like he was losing just as much as he was winning. And so again, he was so to speak handed the opportunity that it was a controversial win anyways. He almost lost. Then you have the next guy, which I was a little impressed with, was MVP, right? You have this another guy who's a great striker, but it just awkward and wasn't, familiar with the sport. And I honestly, again, think he won that fight. And then you just start lining them up with people who have big names, but there's obviously something going on that gives him an advantage to win. Luke Rockhold, he's a bitch. First off, he quits and he doesn't box. He's a kickboxer. Great in UFC, trash in BKFC. Then you got these two guys that are underneath, like fight at a lower weight class. And like, I would love to fight people smaller than me all day long, and they'll never win. There's weight classes for a reason, Like and people are seeing it now, and that's the most beautiful thing about it is, again, like the support behind everybody wanting to see it. It's just amazing.
Well, did you see the Ariel? We're gonna get off of that for a second. Ariel Helwani put out the what is it called, Mike? It's called
What is BKFC?
What is BKFC? He put out it's like a 1 hour long documentary by Uncrowned, Ariel's company.
Yeah.
And in that documentary, he talks to Jessica Borga from Shift, and obviously she was fighting in the co-main that night. The fight was amazing. But he also says that guy has to be the best dressed corner man I've ever seen in my entire career career of covering combat sports. That guy over there. So you got to tell Jihad, you guys got to check out the documentary first of all, but you got to tell Jihad that you guys.
We've been talking about that.
Let's talk about a bigger problem with that. How are you going to ask what BKFC is and not have your champs featured in it? I didn't know anything about this until tonight. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I wish that we had, so we get to talk to him for a few minutes in the beginning of the night, and then we kind of just left him alone to do his thing because it's the first time he's ever come to a live event. But I really wish we ran into him later on and like slowed him down a little and kind of said, "Hey, Dave Mundell's here, Lorenzo Hunt's here, Britton Hart." He did talk to Britton Hart a little bit.
I talked to Ariel for a little bit, because I was like, yo, let me get on your podcast. Maybe you can help me get my numbers up, because that's the only thing that lacks is my social media, whatever, the views. My fight's been talking for me, honestly. Every time you guys go in there, everyone knows what to expect to see. I go in there and I beat people up. It's very simple, and I make it look easy. So, and I just want my hands on him. I'm gonna beat his ass, and I'm gonna make it look so easy.
Well, someone had asked me, like, I told them how excited I was because Ariel Helwani's there. Obviously, we do a podcast, right? So he's a guy that we look up to in this space, right? He's the #1 MMA podcaster, started in his basement. I mean, look at him now. He worked for ESPN. He left because it was too corporate, really. His show's better off ESPN. But like, he's the guy. So I think him going there and shining a spotlight, and he has been behind this sport. So someone said, "Hey, you mad that he's doing it? Or are you happy because you feel like he's going to take from what you guys have been trying to do for?" I'm like, no, not at all. He's shining a light on the sport. And I really do believe that it will start. He's doing that. All of his fans watched that today. I guarantee that they all watched that whole thing because he's been talking about it for weeks. And everyone watched it. And the people who were the naysayers that probably watched his show for a while, I think that they'll be pulled in to watch it if they haven't already. They're going to start cheating on MMA. They're going to start watching it.
I tell everybody that too. Is like, once you watch BKFC one time, like, it's a product that sells itself. It's just so exciting. It's so fast paced, and as a spectator, you get exactly what you want to see. People getting beat up, people getting all bloodied up, knocked out, and they fall in love. One time they watch it, it's a wrap. They're gonna come back. They're gonna watch it again. Especially if they're a UFC fan, they're gonna then they'll never look at UFC again the same. They'll be like, "Oh, this is kind of slow. It's kind of boring." And I guarantee you, it's gonna swap over to BKFC, and it's gonna be on top of the world.
The documentary has 39,000 views right now in 8 hours. So it'll be over 100,000 views tomorrow. It'll be over 1 million views in a week or so. It's good for the sport.
Perfect time to plug their champ in.
And I'm going to tell you right now, though, but this will, I think when they announced this Mike Perry versus Dave Mundell King of Violence belt versus middleweight champion belt, I am telling you that they're going to announce that fight. I feel it wholeheartedly this time. Like you said, the vibe is different. I totally feel it too. And
I don't know exactly when it's be, but I'm gonna be Mike's next fight.
if it's February, I think you're going back to Wells Fargo Center, Wells Fargo Arena. I believe that's what they said in Newark. Knucklemania 6 back in Philly, Wells Fargo. When they announced Mundell versus Perry, you will be in studio or on the Ariel Helwani show for sure, because they're going to pump that one up. It's going to be huge for you. It's going to be huge for him. It's going to be huge for the sport. And the city of Philadelphia is in for a treat. Yeah, Dave. I hope this comes to fruition with you. So how has the team been since the Newark, New Jersey Queen of Violence fight? I know Jessica's a teammate, and that was a hell of
it's a business, it's a passion. We all, we love what we do. It's the highest of highs and lowest of lows, but everything's good.
Dude, she looks great already. I'm telling you, you fucking fighters, you all heal like Wolverine for real. It's crazy. It's so crazy that her nose looked the way it did, dude. And that fight was amazing, by the way.
Because of how we line our bodies up for, the amount of time we spend, just taking care of ourselves and making it run flawlessly. It takes over.
Yeah. But Schiff definitely had a really good game plan for the toughest female fighter on the planet.
Honestly, I think she was winning the fight. She was
doing great.
Good, and she just got caught with one that is a tough one. That's just it was heart yanking, but it's what it is.
And the sad part about it is, as selfishly as fans, and Mike will probably agree with this, we'll probably never see that fight again. But they'll probably never run it back because she's going to go back to 145 and defend her title, and she's going to go back to 125 and maybe fight for a 135 title. Christine's going to do her thing. Jessica's going to do her thing. But that night in Newark, New Jersey, they did exactly what the bare knuckle gods wanted them to do, and put on a violent fucking spectacle for the Queen of Violence. Can you imagine? We've talked about this. Can you imagine if those two fights sucked? What it would have done to that crowd? You know what I mean? Like, it would have absolutely ruined. It would have ruined the fucking night. You know what I mean? It would have. It would have
been a ding for sure.
It was just such a perfect. Other than Jessica taking the loss that night, the fight was phenomenal, and nobody's ever beaten up Christine like that. They beat each other up that night, and it was that one fight, that one punch that was just precise and quick and landed right on the freaking nose, man. It was crazy. And then the main event did what it did. You guys had your moment after the fight. It's like the end of the night really could have ruined the entire night, but instead it lifted it to levels like we couldn't believe. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know it was a great show for sure. I know it brought some views, but I'm sticking with it. Like, the fight between me and Perry is gonna be way bigger.
Absolutely,
it's happening. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. There's been a lot of fights we've wanted to see over the years. This one that's
built up enough, man. It's time.
This is the one, and I feel it. I feel it, just like the others. I mean, there's been them over the years. Like Britain versus Faria was one where we just for a while, we want to see it, we want to see it, and it seemed like it would never happen, and then it happened. So and
even though it happened faster, that's what I'm saying.
This one
that has taken this long. They got to stop protecting him. They should be through with him and done with him. He's, like I said, he's a nuisance. Get rid of him,
man.
No love lost.
Yeah, no love lost between you two for sure. you guys got to. It's going to happen. We've talked it into fruition. It's going to happen. I'm saying it. I'm telling you. I'm feeling February. BKFC Knucklemania 6. Mike Perry, Dave Mundell. BKFC super fight. Title versus title. It's Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan all over again. WrestleMania 6. Let's fucking go. WrestleMania 6. Knucklemania 6. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God! It all works out. You know what happened?
Great.
Fucking Hulk Hogan died. He went up to heaven and he's like, listen, brother. You gotta throw a fucking bone down to these guys down here. Let's make this happen, brother. Knucklemania 6. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Any final words? You want to send a direct message to Mike, Dave?
That was his
Connor?
first wish.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Hulk Hogan went to heaven, and that was the first conversation he had. Yeah,
yes,
that was the first thing. We won't keep you all night, man. We're gonna give away some cool stuff. You signed a plaque. We're gonna give that away tonight. We'll let you go though. We'll do the giveaways after we let you go here. Do you have any final messages for the BKFC brass, Perry, Connor?
Listen, Mike, your time's about up. You know, everyone's gonna make this fight happen, whether you want it or not. It's happening. I want to thank everybody that makes this possible, especially my sponsors. I got Hamilton Health and Wellness. It's a big sponsor now. FCC. We got Full Blast, Outlaw Customs, even the HK sending me gloves all the time, and everybody. There's so many that I'm leaving out right now. I've been a little out of practice. I ain't seen you guys in a while, but you guys know who you are. I appreciate all of you.
It's gonna happen, Dave. We all came together. We spliced the timeline to make it happen. I have no doubt in my mind. Thank you so much for coming on here tonight, giving us some of your time. Mike, what else you got for Redneck?
Yes, the champ, the #1 pound for pound fighter is going to get his time, and it's coming. It's coming soon. I can't wait. And we're definitely going to be there. I don't care what happens. I mean, it doesn't, if my kids have like a special thing going on, I mean, family's coming second that night. Now I got to tell you,
I feel like
because I'm going to be there.
Feels that way. Anyone and everyone who watches BKFC wants this fight, and a lot of people who don't even watch it just want to watch Mike fight. They want it to.
Yep. We all want it. We can't wait for it. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a great show. We'll see you again real soon. I'm sure of it. Maybe even in Connecticut in December for a little Christmas gift, huh? Maybe we'll see you up here. Take it easy. The Redneck, Dave Mundell, people. Everybody else, we'll be right back after this. Have a
Later,
great night.
Dave. Thanks, bud. Shout out, let's go, boy. Right, Mike?
Yes. Yes.
Shout out, let's go, boy. Joe Ivy just said, let's go, boy, in the comments. And I've thought, you know what? We haven't done that in a long time. I really do believe that's going to happen finally. I do.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe it. It's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. I got a feeling
about this.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Why don't we give away some free stuff here?
Let's do some giveaways here. We have the giveaways we talked about. We have the signed Mundell plaque, and we also have the signed Deadly Art of Survival magazine. We are ready to give those away. Here are the ground rules. If you are a fighter or a coach of a fighter, you cannot win this. So please refrain from answering the question.
The fans, it's the
fans only. The
BKFC extreme BKFC fans page.
Yes.
Right?
So the reason is we have access. Kyle and I have access to the fighters. If you have access to the fighters, You can get this stuff much easier than the fans can. So we're trying to get them to the fans. And if you really, really want it and we're at the same event, I will specifically help you and ask the person if you don't want to ask them for an autograph. But I just don't think it's fair to steal from the fans. You know what I'm saying?
I agree totally. Let's go ahead and give these things away because
okay,
we got a lot of people watching right now, so let's do it. Let's do which one first?
Let's just do Mundell. He's just on here. Let's do Mundell.
Okay, so listen, you guys gotta know your Dave Mundell stuff. Okay, what other undefeated BKFC middleweight did Dave Mundell fight twice in his MMA career? He fought Mike
Perry.
Yep, he fought Mike Perry 2 times in his MMA career. But there's another undefeated BKFC middleweight on that roster that Dave Mundell fought twice. Who is that person? Drop it in the comments. Let us know, and we will give you that signed plaque, which is, those things are freaking beautiful, by the way.
Are like you looking on Instagram? Can you see the chat?
Instagram, I can see the chat. Nobody's guessing right now.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Maybe,
see if anybody says it there because I don't have it in my feed.
Oh man, somebody's commenting on it right now.
Who said it?
No. But somebody very close to this question is commenting on it.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Ty Culverhouse says Julian Lane. That is not the person we are looking for. That's not the person.
Oh, that is so funny, dude. It's hilarious. Yep. What other undefeated BKFC middleweight did Dave Mundell fight twice in his MMA career? Come on, guys. You guys know your BKFC.
Other than Mike Perry.
Other than Mike Perry, there's another one. There it is.
We do have a winner.
Is that it, Swervo?
That's it. Yeah.
Ba-boom. And the winner is Swervo Cuts. Our boy Swervo Omar from T-Murph. Tony Murphy, you slick son of a bitch. He's in the comments on Instagram right now. And he said, "Fook that Perry guy, eh?" I'm both a fighter and a coach, and the fighter is me.
That's funny. That's funny. That he's here. We haven't heard or talked to him for a while, so there he is. Boom.
So the winner, Swervo, you know where to find Russ. Let him know your address, or just go get it from him because I'm sure you guys are pretty close to each other. That is fucking awesome. Beautiful piece of memorabilia there. And why don't we'll go right ahead and get right into the Lorenzo Hunt giveaway real quick, which is the magazine Deadly Art of Survival featuring Lorenzo Hunt, the baddest man on the planet, signed, autographed by Lorenzo. And this one is a little Lorenzo Josh Dyer trivia. What is the city and venue that Lorenzo Hunt versus Josh Dyer 1 took place? What is the city and the venue? Hunt Dyer 1, city and venue. Where did it take place? Mike and I were there.
Yes, we were there.
We were there, Mike, and we were in that city for hours and hours that night.
Yes, I can tell you, with a lot of these early cards too, like there's a lot of things that happen on all the cards, but these early cards, I have such a crazy memory or many memories of that card, and it's crazy. All the people that were on the card that were supposed to fight that didn't fight, the people who fought for them, the outcomes, the backgrounds, the shit that happened in the stands, the fighters that hadn't fought yet that said they weren't going to fight, like Tony Soto, who was there and he played a role. The Robert Washingtons, we met Martin Brown. There's just so many different things. There
was the melee.
Martin Brown and Rick Coleman, and like, dude, it was a great night.
That was a hell of a night for us. Like we made a lot of contacts with a lot of people that night. It was freaking great.
Yes,
and like you said,
answering, we need the venue as well. There is a correct answer, partial, I will say that, but we need the full. The full is city and venue, city and venue.
City and venue. One of the answers in the comments section.
There we go. So, Absent came back with it, and he got it. He got it.
The bout well. There it is. Let's just throw that up there. The bout well.
That's not it. That's not it.
Oh, that's not it. Oh,
Nope.
Absent got it. Okay.
Yes.
He got it before
I was
Ty
gonna
Culver.
say,
Sorry.
I feel like Ty Culverhouse could have pulled that off, but he was actually commenting, asking a question before. I feel he could have slid right in there, but he gave Absent a little bit of a chance. It's like he said, you know what, I'm going to give you a little chance here.
Yeah.
Because he had that right afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. He's two comments later.
Yes.
So absent-minded. Shout out, let's go, boy. Dude, that's it. Shout out, let's go, boy. He got it.
Oh,
and,
you know what? They don't even see each other because they're on two different medias.
Ty.
I didn't realize that.
So Ty, the winning answer was by absent-minded. Two comments before you over on
literally seconds before
YouTube. Yeah. So there it is. Congratulations to our boy absent-minded out there, and we will be getting that to you as soon as we can. But before we go tonight, Mike, we had two incredible fighters on, two champions, and there's a title fight this weekend in a Coliseum in Rome, Italy.
The Coliseum.
No, in a Coliseum.
In a Coliseum.
I said a Coliseum.
Yes.
One of them is directly connected to Lorenzo Hunt as well, Chris Camozzi.
Yes, I know.
The belt that he's defending used to belong to Lorenzo Hunt.
I wanted to bring that up, but we're talking about so much stuff.
Yeah. This card right here is the best card that they have put on, like on paper right now. We don't know. I'm assuming the action is going to be awesome this weekend. But before the action takes place, just looking at this poster and this lineup of fights, this has to be the best fight card that they have put together for an overseas.
This is a
for a
great
European for a European card, right? Like they had the Dubai cards, which were pretty great. This one here is phenomenal. You got freaking the main event, which is Camozzi and Sakara, but you also got like Ben Bonner fighting Tenaglia in the lightweight tournament. You got the return of Francesco Ricci, and he's fighting in his old hometown, Rome, Italy. You got Dan Chapman fighting James Brown. It's Jimmy Sweeney and Trinidad Snake. Are you fucking kidding me with this shit, dude? This card is insane. It's absolutely insane. You got Hayes on there. You got Carl Thompson, who is a freaking champion, fighting how do you say that guy's name? It's Walter something, right? I can't see it. It's too small. But the dude with all the tattoos.
Puglesi.
Either way, that dude
put on covered in tattoos.
Yeah, covered in tattoos. He put on a goddamn show last time he fought. It was after he fought the first time in Italy. I was like, man, I want to see that fucking dude fight again. That was the feeling I had after that fight. Like we got to see him fight soon, like get him back in there as soon as possible. And what they do is they throw him in there with the freaking European is he cruiserweight? Carl Thompson? I think he's a cruiserweight. Whatever that weight class is, Carl Thompson holds a title in Europe. But it's just a fucking unbelievable card, top to bottom. What are your thoughts?
It's sneaky good because it's weird. It's like I knew that these fighters were fighting, but didn't actually, like, the puzzle pieces didn't come together till I looked at the full card. You know what I mean? It's like I heard about all these little things, like, and then I actually saw the whole card on this one picture, and I was like, oh yeah, that fight's happening. That's right. I remember that. Oh my God. And this one too. And then I just kept going down the line, like boom, boom, boom. This is a great card. This is going to be awesome. I'm very happy to see Ricci on the friggin' card. We know that he wanted to fight in Italy so bad. And I really like that. I'm so happy that he's able to go and fight in Italy. I really am. I'm so happy. And he's fighting a guy with a really cool neck tattoo. That tattoo is really cool. I don't know what it is. It's just a big black dot there, but it's really neat.
It's neat.
That's a neato tattoo, sir. But yeah, I am actually happy though, for real, for Ricky being able to fight there. The one now Nico Gaffey's fighting.
Gaffey.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't know much about the guy he's fighting. I did look into him. There's not much there, you know.
Right.
I really wish, no offense, that Nico Gaffey was fighting somebody else.
Like Dan Chapman.
Yes. And because here's the thing, like he came in, he knocks off Brandon Allen, who was a top contender, top 5 for years. Nico Gaffey takes a last minute fight basically and wins it. And now he's catapulted himself up there, and now he's going to fight this guy. And like I said, I mean, obviously I don't know why I have to say this, but I just do. No offense to Zegers, but he's not the guy that you beat to get a title shot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's right there. He's put himself in that position. Now, obviously these guys, they want to fight. Guys and girls, they want to fight. They're going to take a fight. I understand that. And I don't hate anybody on the card for taking a fight. It just is what it is. I'm just disappointed in who he's fighting. I would like to see him fight somebody in a higher status. You know what I mean?
I totally get you. Especially because that was Brandon Allen. Who was he supposed to? He was supposed to fight Dan Chapman. And that was going to be a title eliminator. So like he beat Brandon Allen in what would have been if Brandon Allen would have beat Nico Gaffey, he probably would have been next up for a title. He goes in there and ruins his night. And he gets a dude that's 1-0. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
He's number 2 in the top 5. He's got Edgar Paziola right ahead of him, who's probably going to get a title shot, right? There's Brian Duran right below him, Nathan Rivera. I mean, any of those guys. I mean, James Brown is on the card.
Right.
He's number 5. So, like, I just really wish he was fighting someone else, because you got Dan Chapman there is fighting James Brown, but then you got Nico Gaffey, who slid his way into the top 5. He's number 2, and he's fighting a guy who we've never even seen fight. I mean, he's got one fight against Toby Binden. So he's fought one time. What card was this? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. It was BKFC 77 when he fought. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, Nico's young. When we talked to Nico's coach out there, remember when we met him in Spain, and we talked to Nico's coach, and he was like, "This kid is going to be a world champion. Like, I guarantee you." He had like 65 kickboxing fights or something. He was like 65-0 or something. Yeah, he kills everybody he fights. I would like to see him go, but if he goes out there, gets a win, moves to 2-0, he stays undefeated. Maybe he fights the winner of the Dan Chapman versus James Brown, and we get another little title eliminator or something. But either way, in the comment section, you got Pat the Brick Brady in there saying he wants Hayes. So he's hoping that Hayes beats this guy Wisniewski. I think that's how you say his name, Wisniewski. And maybe that's up next for him. That would be a great fight.
How is he doing, by the way? Is he all right? Is he coming back soon? Maybe be good for, I don't know.
I don't know what the turnaround time is for
probably a little while.
See, when I tore my bicep, mine rolled down. I came off my shoulder and rolled down. It looked like his rolled up. But when I did mine, I like blew my whole shoulder out. So remember I was at your wedding with a sling on. I had to get my bicep reattached underneath my armpit.
That's right. I'm married, women, so stay back.
So they did my shoulder and the bicep and they attached the bicep under my armpit, and I had to be in that sling for like 8 weeks, I think. And usually it's like 4 to 6 weeks for a shoulder, but because it was my bicep as well, I think it was 8 weeks in the sling. His rolled up. I don't know if it's the same like recovery time. All I could say is that it took me, but I'm not a professional athlete like Pat Brady. So it took me like a solid, I don't want to scare anybody. Like it took me like a whole,
it takes a while.
It took me like a year until I felt 100% back.
This is partial tears, non-surgical treatment typically takes 6 to 12 weeks. This is coming from Google.
The Googles.
Googie, complete tears, surgical intervention.
His was him.
It looks like it's taken a long time. So
it had to be.
Most patients have achieve a complete recovery 6+ months. However, like you said, athletes have a different recovery time, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, and we don't know all the specifics.
And that was a couple months. Like that was over.
It was a little while. It was a little. It was definitely over a month ago, right?
Couple months ago, I think. Couple months. So yeah, maybe he'll be healed and ready for Knucklemania 6 if it's going to be back in Philly.
Yeah,
dude, that
February,
would be
4 months, 5 months. Yeah.
That would be a perfect timeline right there. Hayes goes out and gets a win in Rome, Italy this weekend, and then October, November, December, January, February. 4 months later, February, Knucklemania 6 in Philadelphia. You got Pat the Brick Brady and Hayes Effie. What do you think of that?
I think that sounds great. That sounds like a real fun one right there. I like it. Let's do it. Nate Shook. We know you're watching. Just add that to it. Send me my check in the mail. I mean, our check. I'm sorry. Our check. Send our check. Mike and Mish. Put the name on there.
Dude, we're always matchmaking on it. It's so funny. This is when we
send us $15.
This is when we let the real fandom of us really start pouring out on this show. Like you can tell, like I truly do love this shit, and I'm a massive fan. So I always think way ahead, and I love doing this stuff. So
yeah.
I hope his arm.
We get silly. We need to get silly. We need to get more into it. We got to get back into being more into.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much going on, man. I remember when we first started, we get like one card every 5 weeks or 6 weeks, right? And now it's like one card every other week. And like, fuck, people be like, how come you guys didn't have us on the show? I know a lot of people are busting balls, but some people are busting balls, but they're also serious at the same time. Like they almost like take offense to it a little bit, like you didn't even have me on your show and I fought last time. It's like, holy shit, man. We have one show. We can't have fucking 24 people on in 1 week. You guys have a fucking card every other damn event. We want to get everybody on this thing. Oh my God. I love it.
Rodney Thomas in the comment section says Knucklemania is going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, I wish.
I wish too. Although I don't wish because I'm selfish and I'm in the East Coast but they said it like multiple times when we were in Newark. They said it on stage at the press conference. Connor himself said it. He said we'll be back in Philly for Knucklemania 6 early next year. He said it multiple times. So maybe that's
like
I don't know.
Unless it becomes like an LA thing. Remember when they were like, all of a sudden they were like, hey, we're going to be in LA and it's going to be Knucklemania and it's actually going to be in March instead of or was it in April? In April instead of in February. They changed everything. Possibility, I guess. But yeah, I don't see that happening so fast,
No,
unless it's just complete surprise.
If I had to place a wager on where the location of Knucklemania 6 is going to be, it's going to be East Coast, probably Philadelphia. So that's just what I'm sticking to my guns there. We're going to see.
Was a great show
Knucklemania 6 in Philly is going to be amazing because Dave Mundell is going to defend his title against Platinum Mike Perry, who's going to be putting his King of Violence belt on the line in that same fight. It's going to be title versus title, Knucklemania 6. And on that same card, we're going to have Hayes the Huntsman fight fucking Pat the Brick Brady. It's going to be incredible. I'm telling you, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brick.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We will circle back to this episode in a few months. I'm telling you. With that said, man, awesome show tonight. Lorenzo Hunt is always freaking gold on this show, and Dave Mundell, I feel it in my heart. He's going to get that fight. So thank you to both of those champions for coming on here tonight. Two of the pound for pound best in the world. It's always an honor to talk to those two guys. Going We got to shout out our sponsor real quick. We heard Dave mention them earlier, but I'm going to mention them again. Full Blast Clothing. Check out the Full Blast Clothing line. Go to their website, fullblastclothing.com. Go follow them on Instagram, Full Blast Clothing on Instagram, and check them out because they are for the fans and for the fighters, and they are for the Mike and Mish show, and we appreciate their love 100%, my friend. Breaking news, Mike. I did have Josh Dyer booked for next Wednesday.
Yes.
But I found out right before I came on the show that I have things going on both next Wednesday and next Thursday, and I cannot do a show.
Well,
unless we wanted to do some sort of like Friday episode or something like that, but I don't know. We'll talk about it. But
let's talk about it.
As of this moment in time, I'm going to have to talk to D-Day, and we're going to have to hook that up for another date because the schedule is not lining up for a Mike and Mish show next Wednesday or Thursday. So stay tuned and keep riding with us. We'll be back. What are you doing for the fights this weekend? Watching them on your phone while you grocery shop?
Yes. So because my head right now, I got to do the maths, right? What time is the event coming on? Are they going to do it at night? Okay, so 2 p.m. Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I have drill, my friend. I've got drill.
You're going to be at drill.
I will. But you want to know what, ladies and gentlemen?
Have
not getting paid on furlough because the government is still shut down. For all of you that don't know, the federal government is still shut down. But guess what? I'm going to be writing NCOERs, taking care of my soldiers, and I'll have bare knuckle on in the background while I do it.
Can you put the fights on that TV in your office, the big TV? Can you do
I'm
that?
in avionics and
oh.
But we do have a big TV in there as well. And
can you get it up on that TV?
Oh, of course I can.
Oh, nice, dude.
Do whatever.
Mike's going to throw it up on the 15-inch screen and make everybody in the shop watch it.
Yep. I'll make sure to go get the commander so that if he's watching it and the sergeant major is watching it, then everybody can watch it. Maybe we'll go get the projector. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be in a place called Berlin, Connecticut for a AAU basketball tournament where Nolan is going to go out there and do his thing again. Hopefully what's funny? I'll tell a quick, cute story because he's, a little kid and he doesn't know unless you teach him. So when his coach was like, got an email, clap it up for Nolan. Nolan made the all tournament team, clap it up, and he makes a couple more announcements. They get into practice and he's doing, they're running their drills and shit, and then they get a water break and he comes over to me and the water bottle's next to me and I dap him up a little bit, give him a hug, and I'm like, dude, congratulations, that's freaking awesome. And he's like drinking his water and he holds his water by his face, so nobody could see him talk to me. And he was like, what is it? What does that even mean? I was like, what? You made the all tournament team. I'm like, that means you were one of the best players out there for the weekend. He goes, do I have to play more games now or something? I'm like, no, but I'm like, it's like making an all-American, a all NBA team or something like that. It's just you're on a list now.
I thought when you told me, I automatically thought that's why I was like, congratulations to Nolan, but no time to celebrate. You need to go outside and do 500 shots before bed tonight. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've made it to the pinnacle right now, but you just got to keep going. You just got to keep on going. No time to waste.
No, I'm sure his name is just on a list somewhere. But anyways, we got another tournament this weekend. It's his last AAU tournament for this season, for this go around with AAU. And then travel basketball starts a week later, and then he'll circle back to this team that he's playing with now in the springtime and start hitting some more tournaments up and doing his thing. So That's
Yeah.
what I so in all that was to tell you that I will be watching these fights either on my iPad or on my
Yeah.
phone while I am at this basketball tournament. So
Yeah, I do things like that. I've been doing it for years, watching fights on my phone, put my phone on my damn leg, and I just like look down at it and like Steph will be like, "What are you doing? You're watching the fights right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm watching the fights right now. What else would I be doing? I don't know, paying attention to the wedding that you're at." Like,
yeah.
all right, we're eating dinner. Nobody's freaking doing anything. We're not even dancing yet. Who cares? Just watching the fights. Jeez, chill out. Have a
Yeah.
heart.
Swervo says, show him the interview when Kobe said the job's not done. He is, just so you know, and we're gonna wrap it up in a second, but he loves Kobe Bryant. Like Nolan's favorite player of all time is Kobe. He never actually like really watched him because Kobe retired when Nolan was very little, and then he died. He died in the helicopter crash. But
So crazy.
all that Nolan knows is Kobe highlights, and he watched the 88 point game. Like he'll watch all the YouTube videos for Kobe. So like he's very into Kobe. He's read books on Kobe. So I played him a podcast about Kobe where Kobe, in between 13 and 14 years old, he went from a mediocre player to the best player in the state of Pennsylvania because he decided that he's going to go all in on this shit. And he shot 1,000 jump shots a day, every single day. And he logged them in like a book. Like he would log. So no one like listens to that and immediately goes to the driveway. And he's like, I'm going to go shoot 1,000 jump shots. I'm like, 1,000's a lot, man. Over the summer though, he was out there for like a week straight. He was trying like maybe 2 weeks straight. He was like trying to get 1,000 jump shots in a day. And then eventually he like moved it down to like 500 jump shots a day. But you know what? It pays off in the end because the kid could shoot the fucking ball. So
yeah.
Love
Yes,
it,
sir.
man. Love his passion. Well, he's as passionate about basketball as we are about these fights. The fights are going to be awesome. Thank you guys for all tuning in tonight. Thanks our guests again. Mike, you got anything else for the peoples?
Man, enjoy the fights this weekend. We're going to be chilling. We'll talk about it. Maybe special time, special place next week.
We'll find out. Peace.